Starting early this morning on the Oldsmobile. It's time to work on the brakes. So I have all the brake drums off, and you know what? I'm pretty happy with what I found. So we knew this car was on the road about 20 years ago, so I banked on the fact that the shoes and the drums would be good. And you know what? They're in pretty decent shape. They're not perfect, but decent shape. So what we're going to do is we're going to rebuild all these wheel cylinders. Unlike a Camaro or something a little bit newer, it's actually cheaper to rebuild the old ones than it is to just pop in new ones. I think the difference about 20 bucks. But we'll give that a try. So here's the back passenger side. The drum looks, really decent. It'll clean up. So do the shoes. All the hardware looks good. So we look decent here. Here is the passenger front. Again, it's pretty much about the same. The drum looks to be in about the same shape. The only thing I don't like is that these wheel bearings, there's really not much grease in them. So I'm thinking I'll add some grease. It's pretty dry and caked in there. Not surprising, but nothing that can't be fixed. Here on the other side, it is the same. So crappy grease, a decent looking drum. This one has a little bit of a ridge to it, but I'll just keep the same shoes and we should be okay. Because of that, it was a little harder to get off. And then here in the back, same thing. So it'll work. We'll get it going. I'm going to go ahead and take it apart and then pull all the wheel cylinders. And then from there, I'll show you guys how to rebuild one. It's pretty easy. Just hone it out and put new rubber in it and go from there. Here's the wheel cylinder. So we have the hydraulic line that goes in. Weirdly enough, all the bleeders look like this. I don't know if that's how they came. I'm probably going to swap bleeders out. We'll see. We'll see what happens when I get in it. And then here are the guts that go in it. So basically, you have a spring on the inside, and you have these two little rubber cups on each end. And when hydraulic fluid gets pushed into the wheel cylinder, it pushes those out, which push the little nubs out, which then push the brake shoes out. So it's really simple, but in order to get it working again, we got to remove these pistons that are in here, and we got to hone out the cylinder. Hopefully it's not too pitted. We'll see what it looks like when we get it open. Even cleaning by hand really doesn't get, there's just a little bit of buildup and pitting inside. So what you use is this is called a brake wheel cylinder hone. So see if I can do this with one hand. Basically it goes like this and the drill spins it around. You're supposed to lube it with brake fluid first, and you just move it in and out over and over, and it cleans out those insides and it makes it look brand new, and you can reuse them again. Good luck finding something nowadays lasting 70 years and being able to be rebuilt. Alright guys, it took all day and 2 trips to O'Reilly's, but the brakes are 90% done. All the wheel cylinders are done and all the hoses are done. The only thing we have left is a master cylinder. Now, most people are used to a master cylinder up here, but guess what? Nope, they weren't always up here. This one's actually under the floor. You snake underneath here, next to the starter motor. There's the starter. Is the master cylinder right there. It's a little close to heat, but it is what it is. There's 2 lines that go to it, 2 bolts that hold it on, and it should come out. There's the linkage that when you press the brake pedal, it pushes it in. So I bet I can do it. There's no resistance at all. So that right there is the action for the brake pedal. There's like your return spring for your brake pedal. But yeah, it's pretty simple. We'll get it figured out. Here's the master cylinder from under the floor. It took like an hour to take it off, even though it was just 2 fittings and then 2 bolts that hold it on. The reason why? I had to take the whole pedal assembly out. So luckily this removes so you can kind of check brake fluid, but the problem with that is this was seized, and so the only way I could get it out was take the whole darn thing out. But at least it gives me a chance to free it all up, lube it all up, and then install it again. So this little washer right here, you notice it doesn't come off for this, is actually held in by like a Mickey Mouse clip here in the end. I'm hoping my rebuild kit has one because it came apart in 3 pieces. But this is basically like a big wheel cylinder. So there's a cylinder in there, a reservoir up here, you push in, and that forces all the fluid to go out here and here. most cars you're used to have a proportioning block. This just has this tiny little, I mean, this goes to the front too, and this goes to the back too. So that's it. It's super simple. So I'll take it apart, see if we can get it apart, and see if we can't rebuild it. I had to use a huge punch, but here's what's inside the master cylinder. Basically, here's your proportioning valve. Here's your big plug. There's a spring with a little cup on the end, a rubber part, and then this piston. Now in my rebuild kit, I should have everything new, but first I need to fix all that nastiness that's in there. Luckily, I think like a wheel cylinder, it's fixable, so it doesn't look too bad. It's still kind of gross though. It's been one of those stupid days. You spend all this money on these parts and they don't fit. The stupid pipe that's supposed to go over the axle, like that, it's bent the wrong way. It's supposed to be bent to the right and it's bent to the left. And I'm like, screw it. I'm not going to waste any more time messing with this stupid exhaust. What I did is I installed the muffler right there. I installed the Y pipe, which took forever because the flanges didn't fit. You know what? I don't care anymore. I'm going to drive it like it is. It's going to be driven today. So I'm going to put these wheels on it, connect the battery, fuel pump, we're going to drive it. Don't care. I've honestly forgotten how awesome this car looked on the ground. It's been on jack stands for so long. So let's see if it wants to start today. We don't have any charging on the generator, but the battery should be charged enough. It should be good. So, turn the fuel pump on. I hate that starter. This may never get off the ground. Alright. Sounds decent. No fuel leaks. We'll let it warm up a little bit. Alright, let's shut the hood. Did you guys see that? The Oldsmobile tried to kill me. Oh my goodness. Good thing the brakes worked. Good thing I was where I was. We're driving it. We're driving it. Let me put my camera up here. Oh, it wanted to kill me. Let's see if it goes backwards. You guys ready? No. Oh good, we have no backwards. That's good. Maybe my shifter's just off, I don't know. I think that was neutral that I was in, but I don't understand how it's moving forward. Non-power steering's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's the this thing's smoking. This guy's afraid of me. This thing slows itself down. It makes no sense. I don't even know what gear I'm in. I have no reverse. That's good. Take it out on a main road. So let's see if I can't. Oh, where am I going? Come on, car. Go backwards. Let's try neutral. This thing doesn't want to go backwards. It only wants to go forwards. Alright, we're going forwards. Okay, I know what we can do. This is way longer of a trip than I wanted to take, but we're gonna take it. Yeah, I wish it would shift, but it's not wanting to shift at all. In fact, it doesn't want to go backwards. It doesn't want to shift. I don't know anything about hydramatics. But the brakes are decent, and you know what? The non-power steering isn't that bad. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's see if we can make it back home. Alright, let's see if we can stop it without running into my garage. Okay. Parking brake. Hey, parking brake. That was a test drive if I ever saw a test drive. Oh, man. Woo! That was kind of a workout. You know what? It sounds a lot better once it's hot. Maybe, just maybe, it will act better if I add transmission fluid to it. I thought I had checked it before, but maybe not. Let's see. Alright, I added 2 quarts to the transmission, which is weird because before I ran it, well, as I was running it in the past, I added like 3. So I thought we were good on transmission fluid, so let's parking brake, put it all the way down to reverse, and we're still not going in reverse. Still not going in reverse. I think there's something wrong with the shifter. It's not going backwards. It's supposed to go backwards, and it's not. There it goes. Maybe I'm out of gas. No way I used 5 gallons already. It's not going backwards. I just got it to go backwards too. There we go. Backwards! It doesn't want to stay in reverse. That's weird. Well, if I hold the handle down. Alright, if I hold the handle down, it wants to go backwards.